Hello, my name is Miss Emily and welcome to the Onslow County Museum. Thank you for joining us for our Family Fun Friday here. Today we are going to be talking all about the planets, and after we kind of briefly discuss the planets, I'll be helping you all with our solar system mobile craft. So come on and join us. There are 8 planets in our solar system that orbit or circle the sun. The planets are divided into 2 different categories. There are inner planets and outer planets. So the inner planets are Earth-like structures with rocky or a metal hard core. So the first planet that is the closest to the sun is Mercury. Mercury, while it is a small planet, it is very fast. It takes 88 Earth days for it to circle or orbit the sun. Mercury has no moons and no rings. The second planet from the sun is Venus. Now, Venus is a very hot planet. It is the hottest planet in the solar system. Its surface temperature can reach 900 degrees Fahrenheit, and the planet itself is covered with volcanic mountains. And how and why Venus is so hot is because it has a greenhouse effect. The atmosphere traps the heat, causing the planet to get very hot and to reach those high temperatures. The third planet from the sun is Earth, so our home planet. Earth is the only planet in the solar system that inhabits life, or where life inhabits it. It's the only planet that has water on its surface, making it truly a unique planet in the solar system. The fourth planet from the sun, and the last one in our inner planet, is Mars. Mars is also known as the red planet because of the red color that we see. So how that happens is the material that's in the soil on Mars, it oxidizes or it rusts, giving it that red color. Now onto our outer planets. So the inner planets and the outer planets are divided or separated by an asteroid belt. So the first planet in the outer planet ring is Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the sun. Probably what's most notable about Jupiter is the giant red spot. This is a storm that has been raging for hundreds of years and is twice the width of Earth. So a pretty big storm. Saturn is the 6th planet from the sun, and what's probably most interesting or easily recognized about Saturn is its rings. So there are 7 rings in total, and they are divided by different lengths or widths. So some rings are very narrow in between the 2 rings, and then there are also greater divisions between the rings. These rings are made out of chunks of rock and ice. So on to our 7th planet, which is Uranus. So Uranus is a gas giant. So while it is still considered a gas planet, it's just the materials are made up of icy gases. So that would include things like water, methane, and ammonia. Now our last planet is Neptune. So it's the last and 8th planet from the sun. Neptune is also another ice giant like Uranus. Neptune, what's interesting about Neptune is that it is the windiest world in all of the planets. So Neptune's winds can reach up to 1,200 miles per hour. That's pretty strong. All right, guys, so now it's time to make our solar system mobile craft. So here is an example of what your finished product is going to look like. So we have our sun and then all of the planets that are going to be orbiting, right, or circling the sun. So what you all are going to need is your instruction sheet that will help tell you or guide you in how to create this, and then all of the planets sheets, and along with your night sky. Okay, you'll need some tape or glue, scissors, pencil, and then all of the other microfilament or fishing line that was included in your kits. So you need all of these things. What you're going to do first is cut out all of the planets and the night sky. That is the first thing to do. After you do that, you're going to start folding your planets. So you can see I've got Mercury here, and I just folded the planet. So after I cut it out, I just folded it in half. You want to make sure when you're folding the planets that you're folding them all in the same direction. You don't want to fold one this way and then fold Mercury the next time this way, because then when you have to glue them together, you don't want different images flip-flopped all the way around. So after you fold them in half, you're going to take some of your glue and you're just going to put some glue on top, take your other folded image, make sure it's the right way, and then just stick it to the other folded up pieces of your planet. Once you've done all of that, you're going to take some of your fishing line and you're going to take either glue or tape and tape down or glue the fishing line. I like to put the fishing line kind of in the crease of the paper, because when I fold it over and when you glue it, stick it down, you just don't want that fishing line to be hanging out of your planet, because you'll be able to see it. So if it's right here in the crease, you won't be able to see that fishing line sticking out of your planet. So after you glue that, you're going to fold your planet out, so you get that 3D effect essentially of your planets. So do all your planets and the sun like this. So do all that first. Once you've done your planets, then you're going to want to do your white cardstock sheet that I've also included in your kits. Use your black night sky that you'll cut out. Use that. Put it on your white cardstock paper. Trace around and then cut out that circle so it's the same size, so you don't have any white chunks hanging out from that black night sky image. You have a piece of yarn in your kit. All you're going to do is when you cut out your white cardstock, you're going to make a circle, right, or make a hole in your circle. Just eyeball the center, and then you're going to string the yarn through that hole you made, tie a knot, and then I've just taped mine to make sure that the knot doesn't get pulled out, because this is how your solar system is going to hang. Okay, so you just don't want it to slip right through your hole. After you've done that, then your night sky. There are white little circles all in your night sky. Use a pencil and just poke through these white circles. It doesn't have to be really big, because you're going to take those planets that you finished, and with the fishing line, you're just going to poke it through that hole. And I've just taken tape and have just made sure that my fishing line doesn't come out. You could use glue, but I think tape would probably work better. So your center circle here, obviously that's got to be your sun. You don't want, Venus hanging out in the middle. If our solar system, all of our planets are orbiting around the sun's got to be in the center. And then, you can fill in your planets. I just did the closest one here would be Mercury, but you can do whatever you would like. Just make sure your sun's in the middle. And if you would like, when you string your sun through, make sure it's not hanging too low. You don't want it hanging below your other planets, okay? So after you string all your planets through, you're going to take your night sky and your white cardstock and glue it or tape it together. Right? You don't want to, again, don't do that. You need your loop to hang up. So glue it or tape it together, these two pieces together, and then you'll be able to hang up the solar system to where your finished product will be this. You'll be able to see all of the planets hanging. So thank you so much for joining us today for our Family Fun Friday as we talked about the planets. Please join us for next week. We're going to be talking about the moon, and we're going to have a really, really cool crafts. Check out our website for virtual programming. We hope to see you. Right? I hope you join us. Thank you.